Hello, my name is Anne, and this is Toby. Very scruffy looking Toby. But welcome to a Toby Knits podcast, episode 130. If you are new here, welcome. Grab a cup of tea. I've got mine. All my regulars always know to have a nice cup of tea ready while we have a chat about the knitting, sometimes the cross stitch and sometimes the quilting, but today it's just about the knitting. And I will apologize in advance for my throat and if I cough, which I might a few times because I have pneumonia. Oh my gosh, this cup of tea is lovely. It's so soothing on my throat. Anyway, yes, I've been super sick. I call it silly sick. And back in February, I had a cold and I probably didn't look after it. We flew to Nova Scotia during my cold and I probably just didn't rest properly enough. And consequently, it came back with a vengeance and it became pneumonia. So I'm on the mend. This is actually me getting better. Yes, it's me getting better. So I'm gonna try today to do this video. It is Monday morning. I don't even know what day it is. Oh wait, I'll look at my watch. The 27th, yeah, and of March. And I've missed you guys so much. I've missed chatting with you, but I just haven't been well enough, as you can probably tell. So I'm going to try today. So I don't know if this will be very long, and I don't know how much productivity we'll get through, but let's hope, let's hope. So what we'll start with is finished objects. And I have two. First one is my Rumple socks. These are by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears, and she offered us a fabulous deal on this pattern. 50% off. Oh, I got a little thingy hanging out. And they were fabulous to knit. I absolutely loved knitting them. It was a very soothing pattern, and this is her umbrella toe, so it's a round toe. She also did this butterfly heel, which I'm not sure if I really liked. I tried it. It's the first time I've tried it. And I did find that one side was harder to do than the other and left bigger holes on the one side than the other did. But, you know, you do what you can. And this is my gorgeous, Toby, what are you doing? He brought his bone. This is my gorgeous violet colorway, which is 100 grams of fingering weight 80-20. And the yellow, gorgeous bright yellow, because the violet flower, which is the February's flower of birth flower of the month, has this little yellow stamen thing in the middle. So that's this color. It is available in the store as a dye to order in my Etsy store. And so that was them. I love it. They fit lovely and they're very comfortable. The other thing I finished was finally, I finished the flax sweater for Tristan. Oh my gosh, I've been working on that for like a year. But I only had like half of a sleeve to do, but I kept putting it off. So I did finish it, finally finished it. And here's a picture, because obviously I gave it to him. Here's a picture of Tristan and I wearing our flax sweaters in identical colors. And he loved it. He called it his blue sweater. So that was funny. Another sip, sorry. Okay, so let's get on to my whips. This one is sort of up to date. This is the My Favorite Blanket, which is A.K. Jones pattern. So I'm all up to date with it, other than I need to dye up the next section. But I'm waiting for some dyed color to come in, Fire Engine Red or something. I'm waiting for that to come. And then I can use, I have all the other colors, so I'll be able to dye the next section. So if you don't know what this is, on her Patreon page, she is doing and on her YouTube video, once a month, she is dyeing colors up and showing us how to dye yarn. And that's where I got hooked on dyeing my own yarn and doing my birth flower of the month for my socks. So that's where that came about. And so this was the first one, which I think is honeysuckle flower. And then this one was, oh, I don't remember the name. Don't know. And then this one was some Flower for Mary or something. So these are very, very pretty. Very, very pretty colors. And what we're doing is we are dyeing two colors up, and we are then holding the two strands together of fingering weight to make a DK blanket. And this yarn I'm using is 80% merino, 20% angora. So it's very fluffy. Anyway, so I'm up to date on this. As I said, I'm just waiting. She did release the April colors, so I'm waiting for that to come in the mail. And what I'm then doing with them is, it was her suggestion, to make a cushion with all the colors that we've used singularly. So these two were the colors that were held together for January's. These were held together for February. And these are the two March colors that I've just completed. So I would be holding them singly and making another square for my blanket. So it's kind of fun to get such a lot of use out of your yarn. And the yarn I'm using is also, I got it from Knit Picks. And it's the Bear yarn, that is. And it's 50 grams in weight. So that's kind of nice. You're not using too much of it or having a ton left over, you know. So the next thing I'm working on is my Scrappy V. And this is all my leftover yarn. Well, it's not really leftover yarn. Over the year, last year, every month I got 5 skeins of fingering weight minis from Ellie of Craft House Magic. And they're beautiful colors. So I wanted to make a cardigan or jumper or sweater or something with them. So I'm making this, the Scrappy V. And it's all using minis. And so far, this is where I am. So it's really hard to see on the needles, but this would be the front because there's the V in the front there. Let's see if I can do this right. Oh, it's really hard to show you. And this is the back. So we've done, it looks like there's more knitting on the back, which there is, because these are all short rows, which have been really fun to do. Yeah, I can't make this bigger for you because, so I have to do 3 more inches or 3 inches from here down of these various colors. And once I've got this to 3 inches, we're going to break for the sleeve. Because I think the sleeves are, because it's short sleeves, are part of the whole top. And then it might be easier for me to show you. But I've been enjoying that. I've been working on that on a Saturday, scrappy Saturdays, and just doing a color, doing one whole band, and then, you know, next week doing another band. So that's how the scrappy V is coming on. And then I cast on 2 new things. Sorry about the cough. I probably should edit all that coughing out. Oh, it's a nice cup of tea, though. Oh, I could just sit here and drink this. But no, I'm supposed to be talking to you. Okay. So I cast on 2 things. First thing I cast on was my, let's get complicated this. So it's my April socks, that's what it is, using my March colorway. And the colorway for March is Daffodil, because that's the flower, the birth flower of the month. And so here it is knit up as a mini. And I have a funny story to tell you too. I've actually decided, so here it is, caked up. It is yellower than it is coming out. But I've decided to try these on DPNs. And the reason I am doing them on a DPN is because the pattern has a cable. It's called the spring cable, which is why I thought it would go nice with these socks, the daffodil socks. So it's a spring cable, and it goes down each side of your foot. And one side the cable twists one way, and the other foot the cable twists the other way. And I read the pattern, which is a free pattern. Leave a link below. So I read the pattern, and I couldn't understand it. It looked to me like she wasn't using a cable needle. And she was just leaving off the stitches, leaving them, and then catching them afterwards. And I thought, ugh, no, Amy, I'll drop them. I'll never keep up. So, oh, I have to be a big cough. Hang on. Sorry about that. There was a really big cough. So I thought, no, I'm going to do it with a cable needle. And the way I know how to do a cable. And I'm going to do it on DPNs because it was easier to understand the pattern. As in, needle 1 is the straight knit. And I'm using, the pattern calls for, I think, 72 stitches. And that's too big for me. So I'm doing 64. So I did my stitches here. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 16 stitches on needle 1. Needle 2 is the only needle that has the pattern. So you can see there. And it calls for a seed stitch on one side, the little cable, and then the seed stitch on the other. It's very pretty. And then needles, so again, I have 16 stitches, and needles 3 and 4 are both knit. So I just thought it was easier for me to contemplate it and work on it. And the pattern is super easy. It's the seed stitch, so knit, purl, knit, a purl, then 4 stitches of knit, a purl, and then the seed stitch, knit, purl, knit. And then you just carry on with your knit stitches all the way back around. And then when you get to the second row with a seed stitch, you draw it opposite. So it's purl, knit, purl. and then the purl, then the 4, then the purl, then the purl, knit, purl, and so on. And on the 7th row is when you actually do the cable and you twist the cable. But I thought it is coming out really lovely, but I wanted to get a start on it, even though these are my, just look at the way the colors are there. That's so pretty. I wish I could show it you better with the golds and the yellows. It's really hard to see. I'm trying to find the right light. But anyway, I wanted to try it and see how it goes, because I missed not having a pair of socks on the needle after I'd finished the rumple. Sorry. And then finally, I am working on a knit along with Martin of Knit 365 blog, and he is doing a shawl along, which you can either crochet or knit, and there are 2 different patterns to do. The knit pattern is the one I'm doing, and it's called Do Not Disturb, and it's by Louise Tilson, I think. And, or Tilbrook. Yeah, Louise Tilbrook. And that's what it looks like. And it's got these really cool picot edges, which you knit as you're going. And it's a very soothing pattern as well. It takes a while to get into it. But here is what mine looks like so far. So you start here, and this was the setup rows here. And then after that, these are just the rows, and it's very nice. And I don't know if you can see that this is my Stellina base, and this is the Winter Walk colorway, which is very similar to the colorway that was dyed specifically for this knit along by Gemma of Little Grey Girl. So that's why I wanted to use this. And you knit this so here's my colorway. You knit this for half of the, or 40 grams worth, 45 grams worth of your yarn. So basically, once I've knit so much of it, I'm going to keep weighing it till I see I'm at 40 grams with the increases. And then once you've got to the 45 grams or 40 grams, if you don't want to run out, then you start the decreases, and it just becomes a big like triangle shawl. So yeah, so that's what I have been working on. As I say, not a lot has been done on the cross stitch or the quilting, because I haven't felt in the mood for that. And all I've done basically while I've been sick the past 2 weeks is just sit on the couch, watch TV, drink tea, cough, drink tea, cough, fall asleep, watch TV, knit, cough. So that's what I've been doing. So I did get a lot of knitting done, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing, which is good. I've done nothing with the shop. I'm so bad, I'm sorry. I do have a few things to go in the shop. Let me reach over and get them. Still have not put the April colorway. Yeah, the April colorway, because we had Carnation for January, Violet for February, Daffodil for March, and this is Daisy. And I'll put a picture of where I got my inspiration from And you'll see the colors. And this is on my new sock base, which is a Canadian milled, and it is 80-20. It is 80% merino, 20% nylon, and it is 370 yards. It's soft and squishy. It's very nice, and I'm really enjoying it. And this is what it looks like knit up in the little socky sock. Isn't it cute? So I have it all ready to go, but I don't know yet what I want to do for the May sock, because this will be for the May sock. I feel like I want to do a shorty, and I've seen a really cool pattern I think I might like the look of. So I might do a poll. I might do a poll on the Facebook group and put up a couple of the socks I was thinking of and do a poll and see what you guys all think. Maybe we can all pick that one together. But anyway, that is that. And I also dyed it up on a different base. This is 100% merino. And you can see how different it came out, even though it's in the same pan. Because if you look at this one, it has a very thin twist. And this one is plumper. So the yarn, the color seeps in differently. But this would look lovely for a hat or a cowl or something for the fall. So that's that. So I do need to put them in the shop for the dye to order. I do know one lady that wants it, so that one is yours. And this color is, I wanted to give you a sneak peek of Bake Off. Sorry. I probably really shouldn't have done this video. I'm sure my husband will be mad at me. You're supposed to be resting. Yeah, so that is April. And the May colorway is, the flower for May is Lily of the Valley. And this is what I have dyed up for Lily of the Valley. And this is very pretty. This is a dip dye, they call this one. So you dip half of the yarn in this color, and the other half is just plain. And where they join, where they meet at the middle, it gets this lovely flow. So that is going to be our Mayflower, which is Lily of the Valley. So I have to get them up in the shop. And so hopefully this week I'll do that. And probably poop now from doing this. And I'll have to have a rest. I hope I get this up today for you. And then, yeah. Yeah, I'm poop now. It's really hard work being sick. I'm not a very good patient. And I don't like being sick. Toby doesn't like it when I cough. Anyway, I hope you guys have all been well. And I've loved watching all my favorite YouTubers. Ellie from Craft House Magic. Davina from Little Workroom Crafts. Both of them did fabulous videos on the East Anglia Yarn Festival. And Ali from Little Drops of Wonderful. I love watching her. And they're all British, those three. And of course, Kay from the Bakery Bears, Kay and Dan. And they're British too. And, well, yeah, I found another lady that I started following. Well, there's two who are Canadian. There's, oh, and there's also Linda Simpson. She's my favorite British lady too. She's from Liverpool like I am. And then there's, and of course Martin. We can't forget Martin. Blog 365, Knit 365 blog, whatever it is. I love watching him too. They're my favorites. And then the two Canadian ones I've started watching is Alice, Soxy Nana. I love watching her. She's from Calgary. And then there's another lady, she's from BC. And for the life of me, I can't think of her name. I think it's Linda. Anyway, I'm going to leave links to all my favorite YouTubers below. So go give them all some love. Check them out. And yeah. And hopefully I'll be able to talk to you next week. And hopefully I'll have a voice. At least I'll be better and not coughing. I do apologize for the coughing. But I really, really wanted to talk to you guys and catch up. So, yeah. I'm going. I need another cup of tea. This is gone. Tea. I need another tea. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.